All right, gather round. Here we go. And for the record, I want people to know this is in no way, shape, or form speaking on how these two gentlemen felt about each other today. This is back in the day, and it never was a beef more than just a business decision, you know. These were two personal friends. Like, they got along. They both respected each other in the business. So what you're dealing with is a situation of just conflict of interest. Now, Lyor and Puff have done business for years with each other. Easy to talk to. Russell was pretty much the face of Def Jam, and Lyor and Tina Davis, and they had other people at Def Jam that was handling the day-to-day. Kevin Lyles. There's a lot of people there at that time. So these were the good days, you know, when they were turning the corner and they were like the music group. Now, I remember DMX telling this story. DNY, when Puff went on a restructuring of Bad Boy, they got their big check. They got broke off all their money that they own, all the back end money Bad Boy Records got in like 96. Boom! Big hefty check Clive gave him. He gave that big fat check to Puff and was like, bring me more. So when that money came in to Puff, couldn't tell him nothing then. So in 96, Puff went on a signing spree. And he told Big, like, Big, you find the rappers. And you gonna be straight. So DNY was talking with Mary J. They brought the Locks over. We all know that story. And here we go. The Locks is in. Now, they also had a guy with them that they brought named DMX. And DNY was like, yo, Puff, you gotta hear my guy. Yeah, you think the Locks is something? Wait till you hear my guy. So it was like, Puff was like, all right, well, you know, spit something. So X went off, yo, I do it like this, baby. You know what? Hit him like that, baby. And he said, oh, stop. Yeah, too hard. Nah, I can't do nothing with him. What? What do you mean? I can't sell a record with him. Sorry, man, but I can't sell it. Now, Exton told this story on numerous platforms, I think. I know it's on YouTube somewhere, so you can hear him tell this story, so you can know it, hear it come directly out of his mouth. Now, when this was done, you know, Irv was cool with Ja and DNY and all them people, and Irv Gotti and X, you know, and that communication was going on. And while they were doing that, Def Jam was looking for a whole new roster too. They finna audition new talent and bring them in. It's time to sign some new artists, get some work done. And Ja Rule got a deal because they wanted to sign Ja Rule. So they took Irv in and said, okay, we got Irv Gotti. He's gonna find us talent. Lyor was like, good, we got a workhorse, a young guy who knows the talent right now. The younger people out there know what they want to hear. Lyor was entrusting Irv with this selection. So when they brought DMX to the forefront, nobody wanted to sign DMX. Nobody wanted to sign him at Def Jam. Lyor, none of them. But Lyor never really heard him, you know, in a proper setting. Because Lyor was, you know, he's doing business, so he's moving around. So everybody else is like, no, wait, too hard. It's just, ugh. See, at this point, what a lot of people didn't realize was too hard was the new bad thing. Hardcore has become like outlawed at this time. Everybody had to do something radio or you ain't popping. And the reason I say it like that, because those are all the joints that was out. And that's all people were looking for. Even Jay-Z changed his whole format. And Jay-Z was the most easy-going person there was. But they felt, Jay, we got to take you to the next level. So, at this time, Puffy was hired. And Def Jam paid a huge check to have Sean Puffy Combs and the Hitman executive produce the album. So he EP'd the whole album, and what do you know it? You know, Puff came in there, EP'd it, and the Hitman did their work, and it just didn't work out. The commercial-friendly songs like Sunshine, just bad selection. Bad selection of songs. The album, to me, is still a great album. I love Volume 1. I just think the song with Foxy and Sunshine, that just didn't work. You know, that's just what it is. And that hurt the album. City Is Mine, him making a song like that in the wake of Biggie just going, you know, it's just bad timing for that. Shouldn't have made a song like that, and that rubbed people the wrong way. Who is he? You know, so it just a whole lot of things that were going there. But you could tell there was a good business relationship. Puffy was hired. That was a Def Jam album. No problems. Now, I went back in that past just to show you where everybody's mindset was. Because Jay didn't even want X up there at Def Jam. You know, like, he was just like, he didn't care about him being there. He was just like, you know, like Herbers and all these guys, y'all really like this guy like this? You know, like, y'all acting like he's the next coming. And you know, Jay knew him. Like, yeah, I know him, but he's like a street rapper. Like, yeah, alright, that's cool. You know, but he wasn't blocking him or nothing, if that was the case. He just was like, alright, I'm over here with Puff. So when they did get him signed, he was in the whole room with a whole bunch of other artists. I believe one of the artists was Red Cafe. You could check with Red Cafe and ask him, was he one of the people that auditioned for Def Jam? And he was a Def Jam, I mean, a Jay-Z, like, that was him. I think he was young at the time. I think John Forte was another artist that were in there battling. You know, everybody was just in the booth spitting and grabbing the mic. And X had just had his jaw broke. And you know that story. Rapped through the wire. And Lyor just happened to be coming back in when that happened. So he's actually saw him. And was like, we got the pick of the litter. Like, everybody knew X was the guy. Sign him. Once you heard him, you knew you got to sign that guy. So he said, okay, we'll take a chance with him. Because they were like, well, even if that fails, we got Ja Rule. You know, like, Ja Rule will be the album we sell. So, once they knew that they were going to sign DMX and they came up with a deal, an offer, and everything else, Puffy started to hear they were working on the Lox album. And you know, X and the Lox, Rough Riders, they all rolling together. So while they in there working in the studio, X is around and everybody like, yeah, X got signed with Def Jam and this and that, it's going down. So he come in there and do the song on Money, Power, Respect. Hey, hell is hot and you know it's like this, baby, it's like that, baby. So he heard that, and another song I think he heard they was doing. I think it was "Stop Being Greedy" or something, or "Get at Me, Dog." It was either one of them. He was like, "Who is that? That's that DMX dude again?" Yeah, man. And people was like, "Yeah, man, this dude can go. You just put on a beat. This dude is electric." Puff knew then. He messed up. He screwed up. He saw it too late. He called right away. Goddamn one was like, "Don't sign that contract. Don't sign that contract yet. I want to talk to your mans." So he talked to X. X tell you the story, what happened. What? He was like, "Look, Puff, look, man, whatever deal they offer you, I'm going to give you more, and I'm going to lace your pockets." What? Man, you ain't want to F with me when you had a chance. Now you want to come at me, try to sign me? Yo, man, suck my... So that's how X attitude was towards it. "Nah, homie. Nah, you ain't want to sign me, homie. You ain't believe." So X didn't want to sign him. He didn't care what Puff was offering. So he was like, "Man, alright. So Puff tried to go and snake Lyor right behind his back and steal DMX from under his nose. That was a low down, dirty move. So, naturally it's business though. Lyor like, "Oh, okay. So that's how you want to play. Alrighty. I'll show you how we get down." It's just all about fair play. So this happens. X is on Money, Power, Respect video with the locks. No problem. This was great promotion for DMX. Because what screwed the locks was DMX. The Locks album got screwed up because of DMX. Everybody wanted to hear the Locks. The Locks come out with that ridiculous single, "If You Think I'm Jiggy." That's not James Grease's fault. That song should have never been the lead single. Everybody thought "Get This Money" should have been the lead single. Like, man, we gotta come out. "Get This Money" should be the lead single. They ain't want to do it. Money, Power, Respect. From the moment I heard it, doom, 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 doom. They're like, that's gonna be the street anthem. We need some radio. And Puffy chose "If You Think I'm Jiggy." And they was like, "We'll put Money, Power, Respect on the B-side or something. But Get This Money should probably be the next single." Get This Money was voted to be the single. And everybody else thought Money, Power, Respect was the best song on the album almost. Everybody, that was a no-brainer. So they said, "Well, that's the street anthem. We'll come up with the street anthem after we hit them with the radio joint." So "If You Think I'm Jiggy" went out, and people actually love this. Like, the commercial people, but the streets did not. And think "If You Think I'm Jiggy" is popping. Money, Power, Respect come out with Kim and DMX, and it lit. It became the radio joint. See, the street joint was the way of the radio joint. This was it. Had they dropped Money, Power, Respect first, they could have dropped "If You Think I'm Jiggy" right behind it. That album sells 2 more million copies. 2 more. But DMX ruined them. They saw DMX in that video and heard him on the song "Getting Off." They thought he was a member of the Locks when this was going down. So the first time you see DMX really ripping or hear him is on this album. February come around, "Get At Me Dog" video is out, and "Stop Being Greedy" is out. Then the Money, Power, Respect video is out. And everybody is with this dude. The dude who talking about robbing cats. He ain't talking about no shiny gold. Look at my gold chain. Look at my diamonds and my platinum watch. He talking about robbing the dude with the platinum watch. He changed the game because everybody was waiting for that guy. That hood dude to come up. Like, yeah, this is the guy we want to hear. Tired of this. We all ain't in the clubs. They won't let us in the clubs. So they had somebody to root for. And sure enough, the streets responded and bought the album. And once the streets wanted it, everybody who wasn't in the streets wanted to have what it was in the streets. So everybody was buying X. X dropped and was selling out everywhere. Especially when the Rough Rider anthem became the biggest song on the album. Stop! Drop! Settle down, open up shop. Oh, oh, that's a Rough Rider's road. Everybody in the hood couldn't even drive a doggone motorcycle, was on motorcycles. Crashing them and everything. Hey, look at me, I got a motorcycle, I'm a Rough Rider. Oh, jeez. Call the ambulance. Call the ambulance. That's my leg. I don't know what, man, flip. Hey, everybody wanted to be in a biker gang. Yeah, it was crazy. So at this time, now X is blown up. Now people turn around and look at the locks and go, y'all in shiny suits. Now it's a problem. So, all of this is going on. Lyor has the gold mine. Jay-Z is hanging out around DMX and Irv now. After he's seeing the movement, he's seeing they got the wave. So he start working on his joint and start hanging out more and more with Irv because he's trying to get that sound. He need that Rough Rider sound. That was gonna be his new joint. I gotta get close to that street dude. See, they put out The Streets Is Watching right when Volume 1 was out. They released that soundtrack and that little mini movie, which was a video collection, and that saved them because I was able to get them back to the streets. You know, like, hey, we still here, baby. And that made people look at Volume 1 a lot different when you had The Streets Is Watching DVD. So that changed the perspective around. So when Volume 2 came, people didn't realize The Streets Is Watching had a lot to do with selling Hard Knock Life. People were waiting on Volume 2. Believe me, I had people who didn't deal with Jay-Z. Remember, I told you, I was the biggest Jay-Z supporter there was. So it's like cracks me up when people are like, you hate Jay-Z? I'm like, I thought nobody in this world would ever assume that ever in life. It's just nuts, man. Believe me. It's crazy. I was one of his biggest supporters. I'm the reason why in Chicago they even had Jay-Z. Then they saw him with Biggie. Then it was, oh man, Biggie. That's when it was, oh man, okay, we gotta listen to him. Now he got Biggie with him. But other than that, they wasn't trying to deal with Jay. So now you have a situation where Lyor has got the gold mine. He got everything. He got Jay. He got DMX. They got Ja Rule. Def Jam is ruling. Like they're ruling now. They got Drew Hill. They got everything working. Def Jam is the new power, two power label. But this was just the start of things. Now, Lyor is a businessman. Puff is friends, and there's friends, and then there's business. And Puff had, he's working on the Little Kim. That was gonna be their new thing coming out, even though she's on Atlantic, and got her own distribution album, the Notorious K.I.M. She's got her Atlantic deal, but she's, with Puff still. So they got Little Kim. I mean, they got Foxy Brown. And the whole Foxy Kim thing, the conflict there, led to a big fallout, bigger than you could ever know. Damn, I'm gonna have to do this over too. Now, Lil Kim was getting ready to come out with her second LP, the Notorious K.I.M. Foxy's getting ready to come out. They had a big falling out during the tour, on the Puffy tour, and that just did it. And Lyor's got Fox, that's his priority. That's Def Jam. Puff just did the whole Bad Boy tour, had Def Jam as a part of it. And since then, both sides was kind of not really speaking. Plus, Lyor, not gonna forget, you tried to snake DMX away from me, who just sold about 20 million records for me in a short period of time. I ain't forgot it. So where they would normally go to Puffy for stuff, they were going to people like the Neptunes. And Neptunes was the new hottest thing out at the time. Everybody remember that. Get a beat from Pharrell. Pew, pew, pew. So, next thing you know, Little Kim, Cisco was, Cisco wrote the song. So Mario Winans got in on it and started writing his part. But Cisco created the song How Many Licks. And Little Kim got in there and was like, oh, okay, we're going to do this song with Kim. That's how many licks does it take? Lyor and them wanted, in Def Jam, they wanted him to give that song to Foxy Brown. But he was already working on it with Kim. So he's like, I can't do that, like I'm already, writing the song. They hired me to write the song. I can't do that. It's just like, no. So it just, the Neptunes, Puffy, they all got behind it. I think Khalees did background vocals on that song, if I'm not mistaken. I did hear that. I could be wrong. But anyway, enough said. Song's a hit. It's got Cisco on there. Lyor don't like it because you didn't listen. You didn't listen. He told you to, and advised you that you should be giving this song to somebody in our stable. Not going outside of the stable doing these things. And plus, Lyor's looking at it like, where's your loyalty, man? We went and spent all this money on a video that we didn't even air. We just blew about 700 to $1 million on special effects. It was just so bad. The money was just wasted. And we did all that for your video and your vision with this animation with a big dragon. We just wasted all that money on that video that never even came out. So, at least show some loyalty. So, he wanted to be in the video. And of course, Def Jam wasn't going to approve it. And I mean, they were going to have to pay an exceptional amount of money for him to be in that video, and they didn't want to pay it. So, hey, you ain't going to be in the video. So, Lyor can, you know, it's business. You know, that's just how it is. And it became a big hit single for the Notorious K.I.M. album, which was in the summer of 2000. Everybody was playing it. Great album. Now, the conflict was still, you know, there. It's business, you know, it's just all business. There was no personal thing here. So, you know, they see each other. It was all love, no problems. Everybody's one umbrella. So, everything was going good. Puffy was riding the wave of 112. 112 was really holding it down with the R&B joints and keeping Def Jam afloat. I mean, keeping Bad Boy afloat. So, they joined the Janet Jackson tour, started doing all these different things, and next thing you know, some of the guys were not happy with the Bad Boy contract and decided it was time to make a move. So Lyor and the staff made a deal that would bring 112 over to Def Jam and leave Bad Boy and go with Def Jam, like Def Soul. So they insisted that this breakup was amicable for both sides and very lucrative for both sides. You know, it was no hard feeling with, you know, Diddy's company or Def Jam. It was about the ownership rights to our catalog and songs, you know, and the Def Jam debut disc. You know, this was gonna be something Diddy was ready to fight. So Lyor, who doesn't like to lose and nothing, had the stogie and was ready to go to court and battle it out with Puffy, but no. They ultimately went to a mediation and came up with an ultimate agreement to make things work. You know, it's business, y'all. That's all he's telling y'all. Business is business. A lot of these people get all personal and want to hold grudges. At the end of the day, if you're a shiesty dude, you get one in on me and I get one back on you in business endeavors. Back in those days, people look at each other and go, oh, okay, I gotta watch out for you. All right. Now I'm gonna get, hey, I might hit you back later on down the road. You know, it's just, this is how it works. This is the business. So both sides came to an agreement. There was no fighting. They were still friends, still respect each other, and when they see each other, probably would have dinner right now if they see each other. It was just a monetary discussion, a bunch of politics between record labels that was able to be worked out. So they came to an agreement right in a boardroom without going to court, and they just worked it out that way. So Puffy, who went and filed his injunction just to stop, you know, to get the thing there, he stopped you know, for them to jump ship. They just came out with a thing and said, you know what? Puffy was going to co-executive produce Foxy's album, the Il Nana 2. And that they were going to have a distribution deal with Foxy Brown because he was going to try to get Foxy too. It was crazy. But they came to a solution, and it was like 112 was going to be part of a, like they were going to split the albums. It was like Puffy and Lyor, Bad Boy and Def Jam, they're going to put out future releases. Foxy and 112, and both will split the differences. So that was going to be the results. So under the terms of the deal, you know, Bad Boy, Def Jam, all the profits will be split 50-50 with both Foxy Brown 112's future albums, as well as the LPs and the logos, promotional marketing, A&R, all that yada yada yada. 112 albums, they were going to be handled by both companies. Bad Boy, however, does get to keep ownership of 112's catalog. So that was the key to it all at that time. So that was it. I don't think they've had another conflict since. But that was it. I mean, in business, these things happen. And that's why I want people to understand something. When you see this thing, when I say beef, sometimes this is dated back to the day. You know, these two businessmen who knew each other, very aware of each other, came in, handled some business, moved on. So if you liked the video and you stayed for the long video and made it to the end, don't forget to show support, man. Hit that button in the description box. Donate to the Streamlab. Hit that Streamlab link up. Or you can hit me up on the Cash App if that's better for you. It's up to you. So, the name is Carcino on the Cash App. And